Hello guys, my name is Jason. I'm the head tattoo artist and piercer at Forever Inc. I'm also a machine builder. Alright, if you've seen any of my previous videos, you know that I build rotary tattoo machines. I've got a couple of coils sitting on the bench, but we'll discuss that in a later date whenever they're finished. Alright, but for right now, I build rotaries. Alright, particularly, I made a rotary tattoo machine I call the Springer. I want to discuss today some different motor sizes, okay? Particularly the ones I use, right? And here we go. Oh no! Alright guys, I basically have two different size machines as far as the springers are concerned. I have what I call the standard, which is one of these, okay? Relatively small, weighs about 4.5. Sometimes I can get them down to 4. And as you can see, it's just like all the other springers. Got a nice little springer going on. Anyway, so these are relatively lightweight. Feel really good, very well balanced. Okay. Then I have long bodies. Okay, long bodies are a little bigger. They weigh about up to an entire ounce heavier, depending on the materials, than the standard. Okay, these right here are a really good transitional machine. All right, if you're a die-hard coil fan, you're just, you know, loyal to the coil, but you want to kind of try something different. All right, you can go with one of these. All right. It still feels lighter than a coil machine, but it's not so light that you can't control it nearly as well as you could, you know, your coil machine. All right, because I noticed that's sometimes an issue with the transition between rotaries and coils. Is rotaries are sometimes instantly too light. Okay, I'm used to this. It doesn't feel like anything in my hand, but then again, I have, you know, pretty decent sized forearms and fingers that can crush skulls. Anyway, but and of course, like I said in the previous video, all of them have the stroke adapter already standard with them. Doesn't matter if you get the long body or the short body. And just to show you the difference is, here's long body, here's short body. There's a significant difference in overall size. That's nearly a ½ inch difference between, and the size of the motors is probably about that. It's probably about a full ½ inch difference. But of course, they all work and sound the same. All right, it doesn't matter if it's the long body with the, you know, still has the give, stroke's still adjustable, still relatively quiet. Okay, whenever I'm working, not many people know that I'm actually doing anything because I can't hear shit. Anyway, same thing. Love doing that. Yeah. Same thing with the short body. Uh-oh. Yeah, I did that, didn't I? Same thing with the short body. Again, still has that. Doesn't matter. You know, get the adjustable stroke. Either one. If you prefer something that's not overly far off from coil machine, go ahead and go with the long body. Okay. And of course, whenever you purchase them, you can actually, it has a little, you know, you want to add to the, you can actually, the buyer's information or something like that. You can actually add, you know, I want the long body, I want a short body, you know, whatever. Whenever you choose your materials. And I do, I usually build with either three kind of metals. Either it's going to be copper, brass, or steel, and usually a combination of something. Like I'll do, like for this one, you know, it's got the brass base and the steel motor housing and tube vise, whereas this one has the steel frame with the brass vise and body. I also have one in here. Where's that? Ah, here we go. That's no, this is even smaller. Oh, well, almost smaller. It just looks smaller. But this one, copper, brass. I have one of my favorites is the copper and it's the copper and black and steel. It looks really nice. And of course, I've had ones that were all steel and all brass. I haven't yet made an all brass one. That's in the works. I don't know about an all copper one. It's hard to get copper that's strong enough as far as like for the body itself. It's too flimsy. It'll eventually just wobble and anyway. But it gives you kind of an idea. You have options. It's always good to have options, right? Anyway, thanks for watching, and hopefully I'll see you again.